G'day everyone, my name's Nick Keukenmeester. I'm the Managing Director and the co-owner of Heartland Wines down in Langhorne Creek in South Australia, and I'm here today with the co-owner and winemaker Ben Glaetzer and our old mate John Logsdon, who's hiding around here somewhere, who's been working on a fantastic recipe for us. But we'll tell you a bit more about that in a couple of minutes. To kick off with, we want to tell you who and what we are. We are based down in Langhorne Creek, which is one of the very few cool climates in Australia, and we're able to make wines not just from Shiraz, which you'd probably be familiar with, but we also make some very good Cabernet Sauvignon that we're incredibly proud of. At Heartland, we only make red wine. We work with Cabernet and we work with Shiraz, and we work with our own vines and our old friends down in Langhorne Creek who've been there for 5 or 6 generations and are able to come up with some of the most intense fruit in the world. Isn't that right, mate?
Thanks for the opportunity to speak, Nick. Yes, that is right. Very correct. We are all the way from Australia. As we say, though, in Heartland, you can taste it from where you are. So it doesn't matter wherever you are in the world, you get a bit of a glimpse and a snapshot of the flavours we create and a real essence of Langhorne Creek in South Australia. I'm very proud of the wines and proud of the company, and hopefully you'll be able to taste it from where you are.
Now, as you're probably all aware, Australia and America have a lot in common, and one of our shared passions is a love of barbecue. So when we were doing something a little different with Spice Trader, we had an old friend come and chat with us, and we're lucky enough to be working with one of the best chefs in North America, a man by the name of John Logsdon, and he's put together a fantastic spice rub that's the perfect accompaniment to Spice Trader.
Yes.
We've known John for quite a while now, and it was a wonderful opportunity for us when we started working with Spice Trader. This is a blend of Shiraz and Cabernet Sauvignon, and because of the cool climate in Langhorne Creek, we get these great spicy notes that come out of the wine. And that's something that inspired John to come up with a really great rub recipe and to work with some different flavours. Tell them a bit about it, John.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think much like the wine, you know, I got introduced to this by drinking a lot of your wine. Loved it. I thought it was really versatile and was looking for a rub that would kind of match that. It could be worked with chicken, it could work with beef, with lamb, all of the above. Working off some classic notes that you'd find in, say, a porchetta blend with some of the fennel, a little rosemary, and some other spices, secret, we're not going to get into. Hi, my name's John Logsdon. I'm here with a beautiful hanger steak, some Heartland wine, and the Heartland Spice Trader dry rub, which I have composed after spending many nights being inspired through drinking the wine itself. We're here with the beautiful kind of what we call the butcher's cut, the hanger steak, but really this is a spice rub that has been created to work with any cut. You can do beef, you can do lamb, chicken, etc. I think sometimes people think of spice rub and they think of things that are maybe applicable only to barbecue. You can talk about this as a dry marinade, a dry brine, however people are comfortable with. The first thing we're gonna do just to get started on this is cut out this gnarly little bit in the center here. So we're going to work with VINTUS's beautiful knife set here. I believe they say a craftsman should not ever blame his tools, but yeah, there we go. Voila. So that piece is what we would call beef bubble gum. You don't want any part of that, so set that aside. Now we've got 2 nice pieces of flank steak. And from here, I'm gonna ask that my trusted assistant, Ben, come in and do the important work that he's been training for all his life, other than drinking and making wine, which is rubbing meat.
We all love to rub a bit of meat in Australia.
Exactly,
I tell you.
yes. I figure you have a little experience with this. So here we have the spice rub. Take a little sip of this.
And this is the spice trader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
So it's going to work well together.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of these flavors, you know, should mirror what we're kind of smelling in the nose of the wine and tasting.
Looks good. So how would you do it normally? You show me American style.
Really, it's honestly, let's not be kind of dainty with this.
Yep.
It should be boom.
Because Australians are renowned for being
This
very
is
dainty.
exactly, yes. The French and the Australians in the same breath.
Indeed.
Yeah, but just like that.
That's
it. It's, we want a liberal application. And then we're gonna flip it.
So I don't have to do anything. I can stand here and drink
No,
wine.
you get the other side.
This is like working with my co-owner. He talks about everything, does absolutely nothing. Right, the patting down like that. What's the effect of that?
That's gonna just get it into the meat.
So when you
Work
say
your
rub,
meat
you
over.
mean pound, basically.
Yes, pound, rub, massage, stroke, however you.
I've done a few of those things
you
before.
feel comfortable with.
Right, that's well pounded.
Exactly. And while you can do this, just kind of a quick, dirty, put the rub on and put it on the grill, you can also, you know, work on this 2 hours, 3 hours in advance, let it kind of work its way into the meat. Same with, honestly, with the chicken, I'll put this on a day in advance if you want to, and let it sit in the fridge overnight, and then throw it on the grill. So
Beautiful, smells great.
there we are, yeah.
Well, thanks, John. Let's have a cheers.
Cheers.
And a taste, and we'll go and cook it.
Indeed. All right, now we get to the main event, which is the actual cooking of the hanger steak. We have degristled it, we have pounded it with the rub, and now it's time to cook. So on to, especially with a hanger, we want a really nice hot pan, a little bit of oil, not too much, we're not deep frying here. Into the pan, yes, that's the sound we want to hear.
Oh yeah, look at it. That sizzles well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, John, how long are we keeping that on the pan for?
We're going to go about 4 minutes aside.
So we're going to keep that nice and tender, nice and
We're cranking to high on this guy. Yeah, it's we do not, with a hanger in particular, we're not looking for low and slow. We're looking for hot and heavy.
aren't we all?
Yes.
I'm really getting the spices coming off there now. That's really quite an intense flavour, and that's going to translate right into the meat as well, right?
Absolutely, yes. It should be penetrating the meat, forming a crust, delicious crust, all of the above, and hopefully the end result is a delicious medium rare piece of meat that is going to pair really nicely with the spice trader.
Here it is. Food's been prepared. John, great job on that. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
We've got the
For
red.
the wine.
Pleasure. We've got the red. We've got the spice rub. We've got a lovely arugula salad with some tomatoes. And I must say, some of the finest bread that I've seen baked in quite some time.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to sit back now and do what we do best. We're going to plate up. We're going to have a glass of red. We're going to chat. And then we might have another glass of red. What do you think of that, or do you think?
I think it's what we normally do. Look, guys, at Heartland, we're all about good food, good wine, good company. It's friends, it's family. And when Ben and I travel around the country, meeting with you guys and spending time with you, watching how hard you work for us, we understand that you're all about the same things too. So bringing Jono in, having this wonderful food prepared for us, mate. I mean, legend stuff.
My pleasure.
It really showcases what you're about, what we're about, and what it's all about. So, I don't know, stop sitting there. Plate up, mate. Come on, do something useful. I reckon.
Of course. Gentlemen, start with a little salad.
Oh, cheers.
Here we are.
You like salad, don't you, Nick? That's the green stuff.
Oh, is that what that's called? I had that once. It took me 3 weeks to recover.
There. Voila. What's that sound?
Oh, there was a UFO coming to visit this restaurant.
Steak 'em. Let's not be too fussy about the plating.
Beautiful.
It's all about the eating.
Do you know what I love about this, mate? It's simple cuisine, perfectly prepared, but no matter what you're eating, it's always a good time to enjoy a glass of red. So I would say thank you for the perfect meal.
Cheers, mate.
Dig in.
Thank you for the perfect
You
wine.
guys can drink that. I'm going to eat this.
Put this over here.
Look at that.
Boom.